Welcome to our short installation guide and introduction of the Signal Converter V2 ATEM 868. The installation is very simple. You will receive a USB-C cable and a suitable power adapter with 5 volts and 2 amps for power supply. If available, you can also use the USB port on your LoRa device. The power consumption of the converter is less than 0.1 watts. Please remove carefully the packaging and check if everything looks okay. Additional SMA cables and or adapters are required for installation. You can also find all the necessary components in our online store. Please use shielded cables and always avoid external sources of interference from electronic devices. This can reduce the performance. The converter has an antenna output, RF out, the USB-C interface, antenna input, RF in, and a status LED. The SMA connectors are SMA female. Please pay attention to the correct connection. The device only supports the frequency 868 MHz. Do not open the device, otherwise the warranty and return will be void. Okay, now let's start with the installation. Please disconnect the power or shut down your LoRa device. Our converter is compatible with all gateway brands with the working frequency 868 MHz. Remove the antenna cable or antenna. Check again the kind of connections. Most of the LoRa gateways have a RP-SMA female output. Therefore, you need an SMA cable with RP-SMA male and SMA male connectors. All connections should be hand-tightened. Do not use pliers or similar tools to connect the cables. Connect the converter to the RF out interface and the LoRa gateway. You will need an SMA male connection here. After, connect the RF in interface to your antenna cable or to the splitter. Use high-quality splitters with high internal isolation and metal cover for protection against interference. If you plan to use a splitter, please note that you need a converter for each port and LoRa gateway. Then connect the port output, port S, to your antenna. The setup is now complete and ready for the power supply. Please always connect all components before making the power connection. Connect the USB-C cable. If your LoRa gateway is connected with all cables, you can also restore the power supply at your device. The status LED, PWR, now lights up. To describe the individual LED events, we will remove a few cables. This is for illustrative purposes only. If the LED flashes blue and red, the converter is already working. If the LED only lights up red, no signals or only very few signals are reaching the converter. A well-working system flashes continuously. If the LED lights shine blue or violet continuously, the signal input is overcharged. This can cause the device to block and the performance to deteriorate, which means that signals are blocked in the converter. Okay, let's check what happens when a LoRa gateway sends a TX beacon signal. To do this, we connect a signal transmitter and supply the converter with a 868 MHz LoRa signal with a spreading factor of 12. The LED briefly lights up green. Now we connect the converter to an antenna via a splitter. The antenna receives many interference signals from other electronic devices, with the consequence that the LED shows a violet light, as mentioned at the beginning. The setup must be improved to prevent interference. In this case, install the antenna outside. Please note, do not use too powerful amplifiers. The converter can tolerate a maximum input power of 16 dBm. Here you can see a well-working converter. The LED flashes red and blue alternately. In between, a blue light appears for about 2 seconds. This is a LoRa Signal SF12 broadcast from another gateway. Okay, now we are at the end of the brief introduction. Use the converter to attenuate very strong signals coming from a splitter. You only attenuate the signals that are too strong. Weaker signals are passed through. Protect your LoRa modules, they will thank you for it. Thank you for your attention. Contact us on our Discord channel or via our online shop.